Hello, how are you, Madhu?
Hi, I'm really good, Marina. So good to see you.
Oh, you too, you too. That was funny. We had a little warm up for about, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Ah,
I just want to first up say thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to, I guess, share some of your insight and your passion around mental health, well-being, and all of that. Because I know the freelancer community out there will benefit from your knowledge. I know
yeah.
I feel at the moment.
Yeah, I know, because we're all human, I guess.
No, I guess. Mainly we're human. Some days I don't feel 100% human, but
I know, because so first of all, thank you so much for the opportunity. I mean, it's a
oh,
pleasure to spend this time with you. I really looked forward to this chat because it's just nice to speak to someone these days, because even that is sometimes absent.
yeah, isn't it? It's weird, isn't
Yeah,
it? Things that are missing now, like just talking
that's
to
right.
someone.
So yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, we sometimes expect ourselves to, I think, feel like superhumans or something. I think that's a part of the problem.
Crazy, isn't it? Like, oh, we put so much pressure on ourselves, and I think
Mm,
you know
mm,
the freelancer community where we're pretty much our own service providers.
yeah.
I think we probably feel it more than maybe the rest of the, like I say, the non-freelancer world, if that's such a thing. But I
Mm,
think because there's so much uncertainty for
mm,
us.
mm.
It does seem to be a bit more amplified in our sector. Maybe I just care for our sector a bit more than
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. True, true.
Yeah. But I'm hoping you could, yeah, so share your wisdom with us about how do we keep remotely sane in this.
Remotely same here.
A little bit sane, like you don't have to solve all our mental health issues, but I know
Yeah,
any
absolutely.
tips would help. Yeah.
Absolutely. One of the things is, I think uncertainty has to bring up stuff for people, including us. We are not an exception, like I said, like all humans, because uncertainty brings up fear. That's the natural response to uncertainty, because we don't know what to expect. So our brain goes a bit crazy, like wonka, wonka, wonka. I don't know what's happening, kind of a thing.
Wonka. I'm going to
Yeah.
put
Yeah. So one of the things that I've learned, because I study human behavior, right, is that um, we do have like a bit of a child inside each one of us, which sort of wants to know that it's okay.
yeah.
Um, so one of the things that I do when I'm feeling a bit wonker
I'm just
is that
laughing because I think anyone who works with me knows that my child is really big. I've got a really big child. And yes, she so needs to know everything's going to be okay at the moment.
so cute. I know, because we all do have that inside of us. So we need to know that we are okay. And I think one part of finding certainty, right, which when we are not feeling a bit okay, is, oh, how do I put more structures? How do I do this? When is this going to get over? Or when am I going to get clients? Like for a freelancer, these are the kind of things that give us certainty. And when that's taken away, we need to put in some coping strategies, I believe,
Yes,
to give us that certainty.
please, what do we do?
Yeah, so one of the things that I do is that when we can't find certainty outside, we have to look for certainty inside.
Yeah, that's really
Um,
nice.
yeah, absolutely, because that's the only certainty we have at the moment. To just believe in ourselves, look inside. Sometimes, if we just need to tell ourselves that, hey, listen, this is going to be okay. You can handle it. That's
Yeah.
all that we need to know. um, and do what and like keep telling myself, do the best that you can right now. What's available to you? Is that something that you can add some value in? If yes, then go ask for that work or check in with that person if you can bring some value, and do that.
Yeah,
That
that's
makes
good advice.
sense.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely. Does that make sense? That's what I was saying last.
Um,
It's true though. I think that you lose confidence in.
mm,
And I've actually seen it in our community, like people who are getting lots of gigs, and
mm,
they just felt, they sort of didn't expect the world to change so dramatically. And then when
mm,
the world changed,
mm.
even though it was external world, you
Yeah.
can see that it started to hit a few people's self-confidence now to go,
Yes.
oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Like, what's
Yes.
going to happen to me?
That's right.
Yeah, the confidence is getting eaten away. And I think it's good advice if you're saying, like, just, hold that, keep certain, remember you are really good at what you do. And
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
and things will get better. They will get better, Yeah.
Absolutely. So one of the strategies is to, I think, surround ourselves with people who know our worth and value and who believe in us
Yeah.
rather than, I know, right? And who sometimes we can't tell ourselves all the time, hey, you are so good or whatever, be calm. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm.
And when that doesn't, like when we're not able to calm ourselves down, the best way is to just go talk to someone who will tell you, hey, it's okay. You are good no matter what.
Yeah. I think we were talking about it yesterday about, we're talking about feedback, professional feedback to help. But I was thinking about last night about the power of compliments, just a compliment, although it's not really feedback,
That's
it
right.
can really just sort of get you back, get you back on kilter again when someone
Oh yeah,
compliments you. Yeah, and you're
that's
like,
right.
it's okay, it's okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think now I feel a lot better when I think during April was when I really lost it. Like I really felt really low because it was very sudden, right? And a lot of work which was lined up got pulled out, and I was like, all of a sudden I started feeling empty.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I do? I think a part of the problem was that sometimes unconsciously, it's like myself, like who I am, my identity is tied to my work.
Mm. Yeah.
And when that is taken away, it's almost like an identity crisis. Who am I? Kind of a thing.
I know, because I love what I do, and I've
Yeah.
actually grieved not being able to do what I love.
Wow.
What a weird thing to suddenly wake
Yeah.
up one day and go, oh
No,
my
but
God,
you made a very interesting point, very important one,
yeah,
actually. It's a
what
bit of
is it?
grief.
It's a
Yeah, it's a bit
compliment.
of a grief. Yeah, absolutely. It is grieving, Marina. It
Yeah,
is. Yeah.
yeah.
And we need to acknowledge that, because like any form of grief, while it may be like very weird sounding, whatever what we are talking about, but it is truth. We feel sad when our work gets pulled out or whatever, things, our plans get disrupted. So it's important to also give ourselves the time to grieve.
But it's sort of weird, isn't it? It's like an abstract grief because I
Yeah.
didn't realize how much. I mean, I really love I think we've got the best jobs in the world being freelancers.
Absolutely.
Don't tell too many. But I think when it's when that market disappears and you suddenly faced with, oh my God, what if I had to go get a real job?
Yeah.
Or what if I have to compromise?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everyone's like, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to stay home.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's the way our brain responds to uncertainty or fear, right? It actually makes up the best plot against us.
Oh, that's clever. Tell me more. What does it do?
Yeah, like what you just said, some of the things exactly is what I thought about. What if I have to get a real job? Like, what if this blah blah blah? What if blah blah blah? Like it goes down train from there.
Yeah.
Like the worst plot possible. Will I become homeless? Like all these really unrational thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
It's
been a few
actually
of those around here. Yeah, I haven't had a real job in 20 years, so I don't know why.
scary.
I heard someone say to me about this when I actually was getting quite anxious because we have hundreds. I feel the weight of the community, probably.
Yeah.
This is the way my brain works.
That's right.
Someone probably was getting a bit bored of me. Going, oh, what are we going to do? And he very sharply said to me, is there any evidence in the past that you guys have failed? Is there any evidence? And I went, no, not really. I've had a few hiccups, but nothing you'd call a failure.
Yeah.
So why on earth would you think that's going to be in your future?
That's right.
And because I like being a drama queen. And it's irrational. But it was actually it was a bit of a little slap of, okay, let's just stop catastrophizing the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Use our energy for good.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's right.
It's a big thing for freelancers. Is there any evidence you have been without a contract for a long
Yeah.
period of time? And like, no, there's not.
Yeah. No. But yeah, that conversation that you had is absolutely right, because we need to then look for like evidence as to why this is working for us, why it's not as bad as we think, why there is still enough opportunity for us, and start, I think, building that side of the story as well, just to bring a bit of balance. Otherwise our brain can really catastrophize things and make it look like, oh, this is the grave end.
The end of the world. It's the end of the world.
Yeah,
No evidence that suggests anything, but you don't know.
That's right.
It's a bit of fun.
That's right. Yeah, because everybody is going through it. It's not just us alone.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's really weird how everyone's going through it. Like, what about like for the freelancers who? I mean, you have to be pragmatic as well. You have to sometimes say, oh, and I know we've planned to run a financial sort of financial support and some advice sessions coming out, like the practical parts of life for the community. But are there any things like tips, like breathing or I don't know, grounding, anything?
Yeah, sure. I'll share with you what I have started doing. So one thing that I have, recognized for myself is that I need to be more kind to myself.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I can be my worst self-critic. And then, I'm like, oh, Madhu, blah, 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 and all this story starts coming up. And it degrades my self-confidence and how I feel about myself. And then nothing gets done right when I'm in that shit state.
You just you lose all your energy, don't you? You just
that's right.
Sad. I'll go watch Netflix. I'll avoid that feeling.
Oh my God. You brought some really important points there. Okay, so one of the
two compliments.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, what an amazing day. I've just put my hand in my pocket from the washing machine. I found $15.
Oh, yay, lucky.
Oh my God, I haven't seen it.
It's not that bad. You just got $100.
Well, cool. Dang, it's been through the washing machine. It doesn't have COVID either. Anyway, your two tips.
Yeah. So emotional management, we tend to think it's just for others. I'm going to take care of others. I'm going to look out and watch out. That's another tendency that we do. You just mentioned as well, right? How you feel for the community. Sometimes we tend to ignore what our needs are, like how are we feeling at any point in time. And if we avoid facing our emotions, like if it's sadness, for instance, because that's what we were talking about, it is actually grief and a bit of like sadness that's there. And if we tend to, so one of the ways we can distract ourselves is binge watch or eat or whatever on all those small things that we can do. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not really facing the real issue in hand, which is the emotion. It just makes it worse, because after a while we'd be like, look at you, and this is probably my self-talk that's how it'll go. Look at you, you don't have work and you're feeling sad and you went and watched Netflix and now you're proving that you are so useless.
No, isn't it? I reckon that was me in April too. I watched every true crime thing. And I was like, why can't I get a job as a writer in a true crime? You do, don't you? You sort of create your own reality. And then if you're feeling a bit shabby, you start doing things that are shabby.
That's right.
And actually trying to make sure you keep positive and focused and upright. Because then that will happen.
Yeah. Okay. I'll talk about that one as well. So here's the thing. This is what I've studied and I've discovered on application to myself. So true self-care is not self-indulgence, definitely not. It's also not talking myself into feeling positive, because that doesn't work as well. Like pep talking myself, especially when I'm deeply upset, doesn't help as well, because I don't know, like I didn't know how to, it just didn't help. Like feel better, I'm like, oh, but what's there to feel better? Right? So the only thing that works is self-compassion, which is why I've started doing what I'm doing. Like Yeah, which is about being truly kind to myself. Meaning, Madhu, you are a human being, and pretty much it's like that. The self-talk is like you're a human being, you're doing the best that you can, and this is all that you can do at this moment. Kind of a thing, and really making it a practice. So every day I'm spending up at least 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, not more, on just sitting with myself and saying, okay, how are you feeling at the moment? And giving myself what I need. What do you need? Oh, I need to actually talk to someone. Sometimes it's I need to actually get down and work and call a couple of people to check in for business. Sometimes it's like I need to get I can actually do a lot of back work right now, get a lot of things recorded and stuff, and create an online course or something. Okay, then get down and do that.
Do that, yeah. You just have a better day, don't you, when you feel like you've done something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because here's what I've seen. When we self-criticize ourselves, like just like if we criticize anyone else, criticism triggers what?
Oh, I get full upset.
It triggers actually guilt and shame.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sorry. I just feel like apologizing, which is, I don't know, probably says more about, it's like a therapy session. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah. It actually triggers guilt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it makes us feel worse.
Yeah, definitely it's energy sapping as well. Yeah, and then you become like goes downward, it goes downward cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So you tell yourself you have self-compassion like every day.
Yeah.
For a few minutes.
Like genuinely mean it. Like genuinely mean that I am like kind to myself. It's not like in the beginning it was like, okay, what am I doing? And then it was like, no, I'm just being available for myself before I become available to everybody else around me.
Yeah. Actually, one thing I've noticed through this time is taking time to actually let my body tell me how I'm feeling, not the other way around. Does that make sense? Like I've noticed those first few weeks of COVID, I actually got more connected again because I was probably running 100 miles an hour, and you actually forget to listen to your body.
Yes.
And now it's got a bit more in balance where I can hear my heart going, or I'm more aware my speech has got faster, or my memory's not as good. And they're all like little physical signs that I'm maybe not as sharp as I thought I was. And I was probably still really sharp, but I'm just more sensitive, more aware of it, which is really good.
Yeah.
As I'm looking over it, there's some more coffee. I might have some more coffee. I only had 2 today.
That's a gift, isn't it? To become more mindful about our body.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for health, for the just the general health of the gigsters as well? I mean, coffee, I actually tried to limit my coffee because it makes me go a bit crazy now. But any other tips?
I think what you said actually is profound. Letting our body guide us into making decisions for ourselves in terms of what to eat, what to do. Like one thing I started noticing for myself is that I'm not moving around too much. Becoming a bit of a couch person, like a potato.
And stretchy pants. I actually bought my second in my whole life, a pencil skirt that's stretchy. I feel like I've given up on life, or I've just gone. I'm actually just gone, you know what, give me a whole suit and a stretchy outfit. And I won't lie, I'm actually in the office today, but I will, I'm starting to rip jeans to work.
How cool.
My home is coming here now.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not, I say,
Yeah. So a bit more moving around.
Take time out for yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, the smallest form of self-care, not self-indulgence. If you feel like doing a bit of self-indulgence once in a while, that's okay too. But truly taking time out to be with ourselves and to just take care, like a good mom, I would say, right?
Oh, that's a nice idea. Like the perfect mom looking after you.
Yeah, but she'll also hit you on your back to say, get up and work now, like a study right now.
We could have the same mother, yeah. get up, yeah.
Like a really kind,
kind but caring, but also won't
caring,
play around either.
accountable, as well as accountable.
Yeah, I suppose at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, we're only accountable to ourselves, aren't we? So
That's right.
you have to
And
like what you see. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I can also share with you what changed after that, Marina. After
Yeah.
that, so I started becoming, when I started becoming, tuning into myself, be more kind and patient with myself, that don't rush, because I'm that kind of a person. I want to keep myself busy. If I'm not busy, then my confidence goes low and all of energy gets sapped and everything. It's interesting, right? Because
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
some people, they need to feel a bit relaxed for them to feel energized. For
Mm.
others, you need to actually occupy, like overstimulate yourself.
Yeah, that's me. I like
That's right.
momentum. I'm a momentum girl, so.
That's right. And the easiest way to identify who you are is to just check in if you are an introvert or an extrovert.
Mm.
Generally, people who are extroverted like to be active, do a lot of things, have a lot of things to do and stuff. And people who are a bit reserved like to get their energy from actually doing things, taking things at their time.
Mm.
So you have to be mindful of like what kind of a person you are. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm an active person. So for me, it was it was about actually giving myself that patience, being patient, saying that, hey, you don't have to fill your day with stuff to do. It's okay.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
really okay, you know. It's because sometimes we just need to feel validated and normal, that it's okay. That's all we
Yeah.
need to hear.
Yeah, that
Um,
permission. Yeah.
so after I started doing that and I became more patient with myself, a lot of work started showing up.
Oh, isn't that funny?
Because because I was, my mind was calmer. I could identify where opportunities were. I started be trusting myself a bit more to go and reach out to people and have conversations.
Yeah, yeah. So it all flows, doesn't it? You're just centered, you can see things a bit better.
Intuition guides you, because when you're busy and too busy all the time, our intuition goes for a toss. It doesn't, there's no guidance.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Gosh, that's so true, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
absolutely. Um, and and yeah, I mean, sometimes work is just about what I'm doing right now with you, right? Having this conversation, going and contributing, like, because
Mm.
I think value exchange is what really matters.
Mm.
Even if there is, like, if you're not, even if you're not actively working with clients, if you're still adding value, it
Mm.
has to get, this is my belief, it has to come to you in some way and serve you sometime in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
So why not make use of those opportunities?
That's what I love, the volunteer. It's one of my favourite parts of the
Yeah,
platform. Is all the volunteer stuff you can do, like even if it's just for 4 or 5 hours or whatever,
that's right.
because it definitely keeps you busy.
Oh yeah,
And you're engaged, but you know you're actually helping someone or an
yeah,
organisation that's worthwhile. Like
that's
it's,
right.
I like that. I think it's
That's
good, and
right.
it's, and you get. I mean, obviously the platform gives you a whole lot of payoffs, like feedback and all, all the other stuff. But I think in here though, you just feel more connected, and that helps your
Summer.
mental health. Like just
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Contribution is one of our core human needs. We need to
yeah,
feel that we contribute.
yeah, yeah. I definitely agree. Well, I reckon that's nearly our time. What's the time? Because no one listens
Yes.
to anything for long anymore. Everyone's impatient.
Yeah.
If you've got to the end of this video, good for you.
Yeah. You're being patient with yourself, which is important.
That's right. That's right. So, my friend, I'm going to let you go and continue to be
Yeah,
fabulous. Thank you
sure.
so much. And
You're so
thanks,
welcome, Marina.
just thanks from Trevor.
Yeah.
The line. Actually, we'll put that. So if you listen to the end, you'll find out the name of the line.
Really?
That's his name,
Oh,
Trevor. His name is
Trevor, is
Trevor.
it?
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
cute.
yeah. His name's Trevor, and you can really look up.
Wow.
So Trev and I.
Yeah,
But now, thank you for that. I know there's a lot of people out there who are feeling quite unsettled, and even if
yeah.
that's such a little bit, and they know they're not alone.
Mm,
Different for freelancers, and we're all working
absolutely.
really hard to get everything back on track for everyone. The good news, though, I guess, is that a lot of people are forecasting the freelance community will be a part of the economic recovery. So maybe just enjoy the downtime.
Yeah.
2021
How grateful can we be for that?
Yeah.
A lot of people
2021 will
don't
be
even
great.
have that, Marina.
I know.
No.
We're in a very lucky country too. So.
Very, very.
All right, I better go do some work.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, you have a great rest of the day.
Take care.
All right,
Yeah.
see ya. Bye.
See ya. Bye.